The Void Century is the 100-year period that has been completely erased from history by the world government, and this is everything we know about it so far.
The ancient mural carved into the treasure tree Adam's bark was created by children who survived the Void Century. It is absolutely packed with details showing every race we've encountered throughout the series fighting together in a massive war. You've got dwarves, minks, lunarians, and giants. There are Birkins, Skypians, and merfolk all united in this ancient conflict. The Harley divides all of history into 3 distinct worlds that line up perfectly with what's shown in the mural. The first world describes a time even before the Void Century, possibly around 1600 years ago. The text says that within the earth there was fire, and mankind succumbed to greed and turned the forbidden sun. Humanity created their own sun, an artificial power source so advanced that even Vegapunk's mother flame doesn't come close. But with that power came destruction. The Earth God raged, and with its serpent of hellfire, it shrouded the world in death and darkness. That serpent of hellfire? It's actually the red line itself. The second world corresponds directly to the Void Century, and this is what those children were drawing on that tree. The Harley states that within the void there was breath. The forest god tamed demons, and the sun spread the fires of war. The people of the half moon dreamed. The people of the full moon dreamed. Humans slew the sun and became gods, and the sea god raged. This is describing the exact war depicted in the mural, the Great War where Joyboy, as the SunGodNika, was ultimately defeated and killed. Those demons the forest god tamed, those are the devil fruits being born during this era. And when it says the sea god raged, that's describing the catastrophic flooding that sank the continents by 200 meters. The third world describes our present time and the future that's coming. The troubled shadow remembers the promised day and hears the voice of the fractured moon. The sun god dances and laughs, leading the world to its end. The sun will return once more and a new dawn will arrive. Surely this time they will meet again. This is prophesying Luffy's role as the new sun god Nika, and this time he's going to bring victory and a new dawn instead of defeat.
Davy D Jones was a legendary pirate who lived over 800 years ago during the Void Century. Rocks revealed to Emu that Davy D Jones was the previous king of the world before Emu took control, and Emu furiously denied it, refusing to acknowledge that Jones was ever a king. This tells us everything. Emu either overthrew Davy Jones or completely erased his reign from history. Rocks then warned Emu that the will of Davy will be inherited and the promise will be fulfilled. He asked Emu the ultimate question: who are you more afraid of, Davy Jones or Joyboy? This confirms that both Davy Jones and Joyboy were separate individuals who opposed Emu during the Void Century. The world government has been hunting down the descendants of Davy Jones for 8 centuries because they know someone will eventually inherit his will and threaten their power. Now here's the thing. The WillOfD isn't just one thing. It's like a coin with 2 sides. Joyboy's side represents freedom, liberation, and bringing the dawn of a new world. This is the will inherited by Gold D. Roger, Monkey D. Luffy, and Jaguar D. Saul. They fight for freedom and want to liberate the world from oppression. But Davy's side represents reclaiming the lost throne, destruction, and ruling as king of the world. This is the will inherited by RocksXebec and now Marshall D. Teach. They want power and are willing to destroy everything to achieve it. Both sides oppose Emu and the world government, but their methods and ideologies are completely different.
Dr. Vegapunk confirmed that Joyboy was born into the highly advanced ancient kingdom around 900 years ago. He was the very first person to call themselves a pirate, and he fought with a stretchy body just like SunGodNika. But let's be clear about something important. Joyboy and Nika are separate entities. Joyboy was a real person who existed during the Void Century, while Nika is a mythical being. Joyboy possessed the Hito Hito Nomi, model Nika, the same devil fruit that Luffy has now. According to the Harley text, humans slew the sun and became gods. This describes Joyboy's defeat. He was killed during the Great War, and the 20 kings who defeated him became the gods that now rule the world. We first learned about Joyboy during the Fishman Island arc through a poneglyph that contained his apology to the mermaid princess. The great kingdom that Joyboy came from was exceptionally advanced and developed,
far beyond anything that exists in the current One Piece world. Many of Vegapunk's inventions are based on reverse-engineered studies of this kingdom's technology. The Harley texts describe how mankind in the first world created the Forbidden Sun, an ancient power source that was essentially an artificial sun. Vegapunk's Mother Flame is an attempt to recreate this, but even he admits it pales in comparison to the original.
The Great War during the Void Century was fought between Joyboy's faction from the Ancient Kingdom and an alliance of 20 kingdoms. Vegapunk described this as an ideological conflict, two completely different visions for the world clashing head-on. When the Alliance of Kingdoms realized they couldn't defeat Joyboy and his Nika Devil Fruit powers through conventional fighting, they turned to the ancient weapons. The war ended with Joyboy's defeat and death. The Ancient Kingdom fell, and the D family became known as the enemy of gods. The 20 kingdoms that defeated Joyboy went on to form what we now know as the world government, but the consequences of this war were absolutely catastrophic. Vegapunk revealed that the current world of One Piece is made up of pieces of continents that existed long ago. The world of a millennium ago now slumbers at the bottom of the sea. When Imu destroyed Lulusia Kingdom using one of the ancient weapons, the sea level rose by 1 meter globally. Now imagine what 200 meters of sea level rise would do to the world. Vegapunk stated this rise was caused by the extensive use of ancient weapons during the war, and there's no geological evidence suggesting it was a natural disaster. This explains so much about the One Piece world that never quite made sense before. Water 7 has been sinking for centuries. Eni's lobby is suspended above a bottomless hole in the ocean, and Wano's old capital lies completely submerged underwater. Near the end of the Void Century, the Kozuki clan from Wano created the poneglyphs, indestructible stones inscribed with information in an ancient script. There are historical poneglyphs that contain the writings of ancient people and secrets of history, instructional poneglyphs that provide specific information about locations or items, and road poneglyphs. Only 4 exist in the world, and they point to the location of Laugh-Tale, where the One Piece is located. Queen Lily of Arabasta made what appeared to be a blunder that caused the poneglyphs to be scattered worldwide. But many believe Lily intentionally scattered them as part of an elaborate plan to ensure the truth would survive. She may have even been working with Joyboy's allies.
The 3 ancient weapons are central to understanding what happened during the Void Century and what's coming next. Poseidon isn't a ship or a device. It's a person. Specifically, it's a mermaid princess born once every few centuries with the ability to communicate with and command sea kings. Pluton is an ancient battleship with enough firepower to destroy entire islands with a single shot. It's the ultimate war machine. Frankie had access to Pluton's blueprints and then burned them to prevent them from falling into the wrong hands. Uranus is the most mysterious and terrifying of the 3 weapons. When Imu destroyed Lulusia Kingdom, massive beams of light struck from the sky, completely obliterating the island and raising sea levels by 1 meter globally. This was almost certainly Uranus in action. The mural shows an Uranus-like vessel in the sky firing down at the ocean, suggesting Uranus was used extensively during the Void Century. If one shot raised sea levels 1 meter, imagine what it took to raise them 200 meters and sink entire continents. Here's the question that doesn't make sense at first. Why would Joyboy, someone who fought for freedom and peace, want to preserve these world-destroying weapons? The answer is preparation. Joyboy knew the war wasn't truly over. He lost the battle, but not the war. By ensuring the ancient weapons would still exist in the future, he was preparing for the inevitable rematch against Imu and the world government. When the promised day comes and someone inherits his will, they'll need these weapons to stand a chance. Throughout One Piece, there have been multiple references to a promise or a promised day. There's Joyboy's promise to the mermaid princess to bring Fishman Island to the surface, the promise mentioned by the Sea Kings that Roger heard, the Harley text's reference to the promised day, and RocksXebec warning Imu that the promise will be fulfilled. These may all be referring to the same event, a day when everything Joyboy and Davy Jones fought for will finally be realized. The third world in the Harley describes this, that when Luffy reaches Laugh-Tale and learns the full truth, he will fulfill the promise. Vegapunk's final warning to the world was crystal clear. One day, the memories of the Void Century will be recalled, and mark my word, that day is coming. He explicitly stated that the world will continue sinking into the sea, and it's not a natural phenomenon. It's happening because the ancient weapons still exist and are being used. The fate of the world will be decided by whoever can claim the One Piece. Whitebeard prophesied before his death that when the One Piece is found, it will result in an unspeakable war that will engulf the entire world. The final war isn't just coming, it's inevitable, and it will be a rematch of the Great War that happened 800 years ago. Except this time, the sun will return and a new dawn will finally arrive.